This essay is about it is about my failure. Um, I have for a couple decades wanted to interview Aung San Suu Kyi, um, who is the Nobel laureate in 1991 for trying to bring peace to her country. And then in the last about 5-6 years, I've really gotten, because I followed her lead. She said that she didn't want people tourists coming to Myanmar or Burma until things started to settle down. And once she said it was okay, I started honestly trying to contact her. I have sent emails, called people, talked to people. I have spent hours upon hours trying to contact the lady. I failed. And yet, 4 years ago, I went to Myanmar or Burma and tried again, even while I was in country. And again, I failed. 4 years later, a couple weeks ago, I had a winter break from teaching and went back in hopes of interviewing the lady. Yes, and I failed again. But this essay isn't just about failure. It is about, during this period of time that I wanted to interview the lady, I did the dance with death twice. Cracked my head open, had a subdural hematoma or a traumatic brain injury, had prostate cancer that had metastasized outside the prostate, and I had to go in for radiation and hormone therapy. And those two dances with death, once I realized that I had danced with death, those two dances changed who I am today. I mean, I kid you not, that is not an exaggeration. And, I know, and I mentioned it in the essay, that there are people that will diss that idea that I'm that much different than anybody else. Dance with death, and then you'll realize it. So it's the joining of my failure and coming alive due to nearly killing myself or dying. And those two come together because of Randy Posh, who did the last lecture. He is always pushing the notion that dancing with death causes you to come alive. And I mean, it has for me. Once I realized it, once I watched that video, it was like, But also, one of the things I realized that dancing with death, one of the benefits is that you know in your gut that your clock is ticking. Everybody knows that sometimes they're going to die at an intellectual level, but not in their gut. Because if it was in their gut, they would change their lifestyle. And this essay, in many ways, is an example of that. So twice I've been in Burma or Myanmar and have failed, not only there, but before I got there, to contact somebody that could contact the lady so that the lady would look at my webpage and say, okay, I'll go talk to Campbell. failed twice. And so what am I going to do about it? Lick my wounds and sit in a corner and cry about it? No. First thing I'm doing is writing this essay. And it has to do with what I want to talk to the lady about. The first minute is really a tripartite interview, which would probably take more than several hours, like half a dozen hours in toto. But the first part of it is simply information that I could use in my classes and teaching and writing about who she is in relationship to her father, General Son, and all that. And that's really the most unimportant part of the lecture, or the interview. The second part has to do with Dancing with Death. And my question is, I mean, I know full well that the lady has done the dance on several different occasions that I'm aware of. The question that haunts me is whether she realizes it, or whether she's even seen Randy Posh's last lecture. I did the two dances, and I missed it for a couple of years until some friend of mine said, "Campbell, you need to watch that last lecture." So one part of the middle part of the interview with the lady would be about how cognizant she is of the benefits that have accrued because she's done the dance. And as I said, this is the third part. Dancing with Death gives you new life. It provides a kind of a new Weltanschauung, a new worldview. But it also tells you with no uncertainty that your clock is ticking, that you have to act, you have to do something, you have to act, you're only going to be here for a couple more whatevers, a couple more days, a couple more months, a couple more years, but we're all going to die. We're all going to go belly up. And the question is, after you're gone, how are your friends and your family and those who knew you going to view you? What is your legacy? Trust me, I'm keenly aware that I am creating my legacy now. And the third part of the interview with the lady would be to plead my case, to have her set up an interview with me and the generals. And what I would say to the generals. So this is a long video prepping you for my essay. But I am dead serious about this. Period. New paragraph. I told you at the beginning of this video that I tried for years and spent endless amount of time and effort and failed. I believe, at least I hope, that sometime, someplace, somebody is going to watch this video and read this essay and also know how to contact the lady. And I'm also excited about her response. It won't take me very long to get my bags packed again and return to Burma or Myanmar. I do want to interview the lady, but on each of my occasions of going back to Myanmar, I've seen Momo and TT and her family on both occasions. I would love to go back to Burma now, sometime in the next day, next week, next month. Interview the lady and return again to Inlet Lake and see my family. Randy Posh says that brick walls aren't designed to keep you out from achieving something. They're to show other people how badly you want to achieve what's on the other side of the wall. I want to be on the other side of the wall. Thanks for watching this video and reading this essay. And I'm asking for your help. If you know anybody that might know her or might know how to contact Daw Aung San Suu Kyi, I need your help. Take care. And I'll be back.